Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 reasons why I love the handyman business and why you should start a handyman business. These are all personal reasons that I like the business and thought I'd go through them and hopefully maybe it'll help somebody out. I'll do a contrasting video here in the next day or so about probably 5 reasons why you shouldn't start a handyman business. And a lot of them are similar or whatnot, but let's get right into it. So the first reason is you have the potential for unlimited income. Now, this doesn't mean that you're going to make $1 billion a year, although maybe you can find a way to do it. But what this means is you kind of dictate how much money you're going to make every year. So, and yes, there's situations outside of your control, but for the most part, depending on how hard you work and how smart of decisions you make, is going to determine how much income you make for that given time period. So, if you want to take 4 days off a week and you are cool with making 30,000 a year or whatever, then you can do that. If you need to work 7 days a week and make 150,000 a year, you can do that as well. So that's kind of what I like. It allows you to basically just put your head down and work when you need to, and then kind of take a back seat and let off the gas when you need to. Now, this is also kind of tricky because a lot of times work's overflowing, you feel pressure, you got deadlines, whatever. But for the most part, unlimited money. Number 2 is flexibility. So being that you're self-employed, no one's going to fire you if you don't show up to work, excuse me. But yes, you do have to show up for customers' jobs, kind of expected. But in the sense that if you need to take a day off here, you can take a day off. You want to take 2 weeks off for vacation, you can do that. You're sick, you can take off. That's what I really like, is just being able to set my own schedule, and just go ahead and really dictate how I want to do things. So if I want to end at 3 today, I'll end at 3 today or whatnot. And that's just been really nice. I've actually never had like a regular, regular W-2 job. I've always kind of done odd things before this, and then so I've always just enjoyed that freedom, and I think that's what's drawn me to this business. It's just the flexibility. So number 3 is it's fulfilling. A lot of people that I've talked to don't have very fulfilling careers. It's kind of just like a monotonous job. You're doing the same thing every day. This is something new every single day, which I also love. It's kind of a hinging on the back of this, I guess. Do something new generally every single day, or you can if you want to. And you're genuinely helping people. Like, so many times people are so grateful that you showed up to help, or that you were able to fix their problem that's been bugging them for a year or two. It's just really fulfilling work, and not to mention you get to see your completed work and just be like, I did that. Like, I feel good about that. Look what I did. And do the classic contractor, whatever, drive by. Oh, I worked on that house going through, or I did that 20 years ago. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. We all do it. And it's just fulfilling. You're proud of what you do, and I love that feeling, being able to help people, being able to just feel good about what you did. And then number 4 is you build really good connections. So this is like networking. So an example of this is you might see the carnage around me. This is a house that I bought in October. Currently completely renovating it, hoping to move in here probably maybe December, January. There's a lot left to do, so I've been working on it at nights and weekends and whatnot. So that's why the video's been slacking too. But anyways, build networks, right? So this house was for sale by owner, and so 2020, so 3 years ago, I worked for this lady, and she told me, she's a real estate attorney. If you ever buy a house, let me know, and I'll do all the paperwork for you, whatnot. So this was a for sale by owner, so that means we had to get an attorney to do all the paperwork. So I contacted her, reached out, and she was our attorney through the whole process. She was amazing, did excellent work, and it just was cool to see a connection I made 3 years ago working just kind of like it flipped, and she helped me out, worked for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just was cool to see the connection and how it all worked out, played out. And there's a couple more, but that's like the most recent one. And just meeting all these people, getting all these connections that you can use for other aspects of your life as well. So that's been a really fun one. And then the 5th one is I love how low barrier of entry there is to get into this business. I started weeding gardens was my first job and cleaning out a garage, right? So not exactly what you would think would turn into a business, but it slowly just turned into a business. And so, and you see if you're paying attention, you see a new handyman pop up every other day. Someone offering their services every day. So there's a really low barrier to entry, which is good and bad, but it's good to get started. But the thing I really like hinging off the back of this is it's really easy to excel and stand out and separate yourself from all the rest to really be a high quality, top notch handyman because there's such a little barrier to entry, and there's so many people doing this just haphazardly for like a couple bucks here or there. It doesn't take a lot to stand out and be one of the professionals in the industry, and that's what I found, and I really like that, and it'll set you apart. And these people over here really aren't going to affect your business much at all, and what they are going to affect is probably the customers you didn't want anyways. And so it's just a great way to get your feet wet into owning a business and just learning some skills and very low risk. So that's the 5 reasons why you should start a handyman business. 5 reasons for me personally. And like I said, we'll make a contrasting video soon. Thanks for watching. Maybe subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.